Hi everyone and welcome back to the AC Test Kitchen. Today we are going to make the best carrot cake that I have ever eaten. This carrot cake is a play on my aunt's recipe. She brings it to Thanksgiving every year, and it's one of those recipes where you see her come in, and obviously you're happy to see her, but you're also very happy to see the carrot cake. And you watch the carrot cake go from her hands into the refrigerator, and then everyone kind of swarms and hovers after dinner to wait for the carrot cake to come out of the refrigerator, and then you look away and it's gone. Okay, so let's get started. So to start, we're going to take our dry ingredients and combine them in the bowl. So you're going to take your all-purpose flour and your baking soda and your salt and your warm spices. Oh, looks like we had some leftovers. Okay. And you're just going to whisk that together so that all of those ingredients are nice and combined and evenly distributed. And from here, we're going to start combining our wet ingredients with our stand mixer using a paddle attachment. So put your dry ingredients aside for just a minute and take your eggs and add them to your stand mixer. And you are going to combine that with your white sugar, your brown sugar, and your vegetable oil. And you are going to blend that until nice and creamy. So once that starts to come together, you're going to add your vanilla. And then you're going to start to fold in your dry ingredients. Do this in batches so the flour doesn't go everywhere. But we do want to make sure that you don't over mix it. You want your cake to still be nice and fluffy and tender. Once that's just about combined, you're going to take 3 cups of shredded carrots and add that to your mix. And then you're going to take your raisins and add those and mix until just incorporated. So once all of that's combined, you're going to take it off the stand mixer and you're going to put it into 2 9-inch greased and floured baking pans. However, you do have options here. If you want to do a 3-layer cake, you can use 3 8-inch baking pans, or if you just want to do a sheet cake, you can use 1 9 by 13-inch baking pan without really changing any of the components of the recipe. So we'll just get this off, get all this good stuff off here. And then we're going to split this equally between these 2 pans. Give them just a quick little tap to make sure all of the batter is distributed. Scoot that out of there. And now we're going to put these in the oven at 325 degrees. You're going to bake these on the middle rack for 45 minutes or until a cake tester comes out clean. So now we're going to make our cream cheese frosting. And again, I'm doubling this because I don't like to run out of frosting. So if you just want to do the standard here, it would be 1 to 1 to 1. 1 container of 8 ounces of cream cheese, 1 box of confectioner's sugar, 1 stick of butter, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. But again, doubling. So let's do this. We're going to cream our cream cheese and butter in a stand mixer until that's really well blended. Then we'll add the vanilla and the confectioner's sugar slowly, or you'll be Casper at the end of it. And you want to make sure that all of this is softened. You don't want to try to do this with cold butter and cold cream cheese. Just give that a mix, starting on low. Once that comes together, you're going to start to add your vanilla. So once that is nice and creamed together, you're going to start adding your confectioner's sugar again, slowly, or you will be covered in powdered sugar. And when you have some nice peaks forming, just take it off of your mixer and put it aside until your carrot cakes are nice and cool. So once your cakes are completely cooled, and I'm talking completely here.
What you talking about?
Don't try to frost this warm because the frosting will melt and it will create a mess. It will still be delicious, but it'll just make you feel a little bit bad about yourself. What I really like to do is I like to do the cakes the night before when they come out of the oven and cool to the point where they won't melt saran wrap. I like to wrap them twice in saran wrap, wrap them in tin foil, and then immediately put them in the freezer. This will seal in the moisture to your cake and you won't lose it as it sort of cools down and comes to temperature and all of that moisture dissipates. So we're going to do a 2-layer cake here. I'm going to take a serrated knife and just cut the top off of this cake so that when we put the top layer onto that layer of the cake, it's just a little bit more balanced and a little bit more steady. So we're going to take your first layer and put it on your cake froster. And then we're going to add a really nice thick layer of frosting to the top of that cake. And again, do this based on your own personal preferences. I really like the cream cheese frosting. I think that this is like the star of the party. But if you prefer to have a cake that has a little bit less frosting in the middle, that's okay too. When you get a really nice layer, then we're going to take the second half and put it on top of that piece of cake. Just give it a gentle press. And then we will frost the rest of it. Again, you could get nuts and add nuts, but I'm not going to because I'm going to eat this now. So Once you're all frosted, you've waited long enough, you've exercised an appropriate amount of patience, well done. Just gonna cut myself a nice little slice of this. Oh yeah, look at that. So pretty. And there you have it. The Addison Choate play on Aunt Nancy's famous carrot cake. And unlike Thanksgiving, this one's all mine.